And we are back. It's a snow day, so I think we can get through this book. I really do. I've gotten out my robe, had something to eat, drank my tea, and now I'm ready to hop back into this book, Be Your Future Self Now. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow me. And my face today is made by Pharmacy, so make sure you shop with drj.com. Shop with drj.com and put in the search bar whatever you're looking for, whether it's fragrances, whether it's skincare, whether it's lip gloss, or whether it's vitamins and nutritionals, whether it's self-care. There's so many different categories to help you be your future self now and bring out the best version of you that's already there. So shop with Dr. J today, okay? All right, so let's tap back into this book, Be Your Future Self Now. If this is your first time listening to my live, my name is Dr. J. I am a bronze director with Pharmacy out of Kentucky. I have a phenomenal team that has helped us get to bronze. It wasn't just me, it was a team effort. So I would just like to thank all of my teammates wherever you are listening from. Matter of fact, drop the city and state you're listening from in the comments, okay? I just want to thank our team for everything that they're doing to help themselves grow and glow, okay? Because we grow and glow in our mindset. We grow and glow by what we take on the inside and on the outside. So I'm very proud of you, and I'm very excited about the journey that is available for us all. So you can grow a team as well. You can grow customers and start your business at any time you decide to make a decision that you're going to be committed and put a plan in place. And the chapter that we're going to read today is really going to help you. So make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned to the end. So for those who have not been following along, I'm going to catch you up because this is a 3-part book. So part 1 was threats to your future self, 7 threats. A was without hope in your future, your present loses meaning. B, a reactive narrative about your past stunts your future. C, being unaware of your environment creates a random evolution. D, being disconnected from your future self leads to myopic decisions. E, urgent battles and small goals keep you stuck. F, not being in the arena is failing by default. G, success is often the catalyst for failure. And H was the conclusion to future self threats. So you can hit live under my tab on the Rich Radiant Tribe. Hit live and it will list all those letters, and you can go back and listen to that chapter. Okay, part 2, 7 truths about your future self. I, your future drives your present. J, your future self is different than you expect. K, your future self is the Pied Piper. L, the more vivid and detailed your future self, the faster you'll progress. M, failing at your future self is better than succeeding as your current self. And success is achieved by being true to your future self, nothing else. And O was your view of God impacts your future self, as well as the conclusion to future self truths. And so we are wrapping up the end of this book with part 3, 7 steps for being your future self. P was clarifying your contextual purpose. Q, eliminate lesser goals. R, elevate from needing to wanting to knowing. S was ask for exactly what you want. Ask for exactly what you want. And now we're on T. Automate and systemize your future self. Automate and systemize your future self, page 163. So let's dig in. I hope you're warm wherever you are on this snow and ice day. And we're praying for covering for our essential workers, as well as those who have to go out, as well as the elderly and those who have lost power. So we pray protection over those who are dealing with massive ice that has interrupted the whole nation right now in different places. So even if you didn't get a lot of snow, you might have gotten ice. And if you didn't get either, consider yourself blessed, okay? So step number 5, automate and systemize your future self. Clarity in the future creates clarity in the here and now. Ari Messel, here's a quote. For any challenge, the first thing to do is optimize it. Break it down to its bare minimum, simplify it, and eliminate everything that's not completely necessary. After you've optimized the test, the next step is to automate as much as possible. Use software or processes so you can get the task done without human involvement. Just set it up and forget it. Finally, for anything that's left, outsource to a generalist or a specialist. It's important to note that although outsourcing can do a lot for you, it comes after optimizing and automating. If you outsource an inefficient task, that doesn't really help because it's still inefficient. It's much better to eliminate work by optimizing or automating whenever you can and only outsource what's left. All right, let's dig in. When I started working with my financial advisor, we discussed my goals and purpose. From there, he suggested I begin auto investing, set an amount of money to automatically go from my bank account to my investment account every Monday. Set it and forget it. Over time, increase that amount. Consistency of investing plus time is what matters most, my advisor explained. Time in the market over timing the market. I set the amount at my comfort level and essentially forgot about it. When I spoke to my advisor 3 months later, he told me how much my investment account had grown since I started auto investing. I was stunned and motivated. I increased the amount and have regularly increased the amount from time to time. To get where you want to go faster and easier, automate and systemize your future self. Implementing strategic systems frees up your conscious mind to focus, play, and plan. Focus, play, and plan. Automation ensures consistency of results. Business strategist Eben Pagan calls this inevitably thinking, which he defines as thinking and acting as if what you're doing is a foregone conclusion because you set up the conditions for it to happen. Don't be afraid to start small. Design your system around your future self. System design means you make routines as friction-free and automatic as possible to achieve your goals. Impose friction or barriers where you want to avoid unwanted outcomes. Where can you make one change that creates an ongoing desired effect? For example, removing social media apps from your cell phone make it easier to avoid mindlessly hopping on and wasting valuable time scrolling. Designing a system intelligently is possible by first clarifying and simplifying your objectives. As management author and legend Peter Drucker said, there is nothing quite so useless as doing with great efficiency something that should not be done at all. Effectiveness is doing the right thing, while efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness must come first, then efficiency. System design is about automating and outsourcing your desired results. Give yourself the space to put your attention and energy where you want. The goal is to offload your mental and physical plate. Dan Sullivan and I wrote a book, Who Not How. The premise is that if you want to achieve bigger goals, you'll need the right who's to take care of most of the how's. If you're trying to do everything yourself, then flow and focus are difficult because there are hundreds of tasks to do. Getting who's to take care of important tasks is essential to system design. For example, my assistant Chelsea serves as a barrier and filter to my mind. I've given her clear criteria for what opportunities I'm interested in, as well as what can go on my schedule. She inbounds dozens of requests weekly for my time, but almost none of those reach my conscious awareness. Once per week, Chelsea and I discuss the opportunities or situations she deems relevant to me. System design is trial and error, and refinement takes time. In the beginning, Chelsea would bring me opportunities I didn't want or schedule appointments that ended up frustrating me. But as I've gotten clearer and more committed to my future self, we've created a better decision filter. of what is relevant. In this continuous process, patience and practice are key. Patience and practice are key. In the book, The Paradox of Choice, Why More is Less, psychologist Dr. Barry Schwartz explained that having more options leads to decision fatigue and ultimately regretful decisions. Trying to keep too many options available is a lack of intention and commitment. A fundamental aspect of decision making is gladly accepting opportunity cost. Once you've clarified and simplified your future self, free yourself of decision fatigue, distractions, and all lesser goals. Allow your time and attention to focus on the absolute best and most relevant use of your time, your 3 priorities. Being selective or strategically ignorant is crucial. It's crucial to become increasingly unaware of what's going on in the outside world. As author John Maxwell said, you cannot overestimate the unimportance of practically everything. Almost everything in the world outside your big 3 is non-essential. Almost everything is a distraction or lesser goal to your future self and your 3 top priorities. Little distractions or inputs can infect or alter your entire life. The butterfly effect is an economic principle explaining that small and imperceptible influences can compound and massively change the overall system. An example is when wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone National Park in 1995. For 70 years, the deer population had grown enormously without a predator to hunt them. Humans attempted to control the deer, but couldn't. The deer grazed away all the vegetation. With a small number of wolves introduced, they killed a few deer, but most importantly, the deer avoided certain parts of the park, particularly the valleys and gorges. Immediately, these places regenerated. In some areas, the height of the trees quintupled. Barren Valley quickly became forests of aspen, willows, and cottonwoods. With the increase in trees, the birds moved in. Beavers increased dramatically, toppling trees to build dams that created habitats for otters, ducks, fish, and reptiles. The number of bears increased because there were abundant berries in the foliage. Because the wolves hunted the coyotes, the mice and rabbit population increased, which nourished hawks, weasels, foxes, and badgers. Most fascinating, the rivers throughout the Yellowstone became straighter and defined. Channels narrowed and pools formed as the regenerating forest stabilized and strengthened the banks. Wolves changed not only the ecosystem of Yellowstone, but the physical structure. Small changes can create non-linear and non-predictable shifts throughout the system. This is particularly why your future self will be far different from what you predict. This is also why systems thinking and systems design is so powerful. If you're unaware, you can allow a virus that initially is small could spread and take over the systems. Conversely, you could alter the system, blocking inputs and designing for others to automate and compound the results you want. Introducing small changes into your system can have a dramatic effect. Refining your system to automate your desired results and block noise and decision fatigue is essential to flow and high performance. It's crucial to note that even the best system will quickly become outdated. As you evolve and grow, your goals and situation will change. As your vision expands and your commitment to better results increase, you'll improve your system. Last page. Step number 5 to being your future self is automating and systemizing your future self. How can you better systemize your desired future self? What could you simplify and eliminate from your life to free yourself from decision fatigue and lesser goals? What barriers and filters could you create to protect your time and attention? What could you automate, such as a weekly investing strategy? Where could you find a who to handle some of the hows that are outside your zone of genius? And that's it. That is step 5 of being your future self. And then next, we're going to go into step 6 about how to schedule your future self. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit like and subscribe and work on your system and optimize your health while you're staying inside with shopwithdrj.com. Shopwithdrj.com. If you're already a pharmacy influencer, go into your own store and shop because you get a discount. If you would love to have a discount as well, you can become one of my preferred customers if you're not already an influencer. So preferred customers get 25% off. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you learned something. You take care and have an amazing, amazing day. And don't forget, put what state you are listening in from. Take care.